in the beginning of your lecture, you said that Quran talks about giving peace to humanity. My question is that if it is talking about peace, then why so many young men from various countries are falling to the prey of terrorism in the name of jihad? What is the concept of jihad? Thank you, sir.
The brother asked a good question, that if Islam and Quran speak about peace to humanity, then how come there are so many young Muslims and other Muslims from different countries who are fighting and who are talking about jihad? What is the concept of jihad? As far as the word jihad is concerned, jihad comes from the Arabic word jahada, which means to strive. It means to struggle. So jihad basically means to strive against struggle. Jihad does not mean holy war. Holy war, if you translate to Arabic, means harbun muqaddasa. There is no Arabic word harbun muqaddasa in the Quran or any of the Sahih Hadith. This is a mistranslation by the media and the Orientalists. There is no holy war. Jihad does not mean holy war. Jihad means to strive, to struggle. Furthermore, in Islamic context, it means to strive and struggle to improve the humanity. It means to strive and struggle to bring peace in humanity. It also means to strive and struggle in the battlefield in self-defense. It also means to strive and struggle against oppression. Jihad basically means to strive and struggle. Now coming to your question, that how come then so many youngsters from different countries, they are fighting? Point number one, there are possibilities, and it's a fact, that some of the Muslims, they are being misled by the anti-social element. That fight, it's there in Islam, etc., misquoting out of context. But this is a small percentage. The major reason, according to me, is how the media portrays. Like in India, we very often read in the newspapers that the Muslim terrorist in Kashmir, killing so many people. Headlines. Regularly you read. I was called to Kashmir the first time in 2003. And I was thinking, should I go or not? Should I go or not? So much of chaos. First time in Kashmir, the government gave permission after 14 years to hold a public lecture. And the gathering was somewhat big, 100,000 people. In polo grounds, in the city of Srinagar. And when I went there were guards, with guns and all around me. And I was expecting, but there wasn't much problem. Next day I went to Assam. I landed on the airport. There were 4 guards with guns, machine guns. What is this? There is killing in Assam. Killing in Assam? Where it takes place? And there, if I did not have the guards, I wouldn't be here to give the talk. But in the papers, where do we hear about the killing going on in Assam? There are more people being killed in Assam than in Kashmir. Who hears about the LTT? You know the LTT? The Tamilians, they are called as Tamil Tigers. They are not called as Hindu terrorists. Why? If Kashmiri Muslims do it, they are called as Muslim terrorists. If the Hindus in Assam do it, it's a local problem. If the LTT does it, local problem. In India, you ask anyone who has the knowledge of law and order, he will tell you the maximum killing is done by the Maoists. How many times do we read in the newspaper? If we read in the newspaper, in news brief, okay, so many people killed in Assam. News brief. Muslims do it, headlines. Why? There are black sheep in every community. Then one person came and told me, you should understand, this is a problem of land. Assam is not a problem of land. It is the Kashmir which is a problem of land. Both the countries are fighting and the poor Kashmiris are being harassed. Neither here, neither there. If you go to Afghanistan, that's the problem of land. The Americans have come there and you call them terrorists. See what's happening in Palestine. The Jews were kicked out by Hitler, kicked out from Germany. The Palestinians, the Arab cousins, they said, Ahlan wa sahlan, you are most welcome in our house. Now imagine, suppose a traveler is homeless, without a roof, you allow him to come to your house. After a few days, he kicks you out, and at the doorstep, you are saying, he has taken my house, give my house back. They call you a terrorist. What terrorist? So you realize this is the media. It is media. What we realize, what's happening in Bosnia? The Muslims, correct, I do agree with you. The Muslims are coming in the picture, but they are being harassed. Where is humanity? What have we done for the people of Palestine? For the people of Iraq? Weapons of mass destruction. I am not in favor of Saddam Hussein. I don't consider him a good Muslim. But there were problems when Saddam was ruling. After the Americans came, the problems are multiplied. Correct? So what are you talking about weapons of mass destruction? Just because George Bush says, go and attack, and you're attacking the person that has killed maximum number of human beings, it is George Bush. So number one terrorist is George Bush. So what we realize, brother, it is the media. The Muslims are being harassed, they are the sufferers, and you call them terrorists. So that's the reason, but there are black sheep in the community also. But the black sheep are a minority. It's a minority. The major thing is the media. You know, IRA, Irish Republican Army in UK. It is a fight between the Catholics and the Protestants. No one calls them as Catholic terrorists. Why? More than 100 years. But Tony Blair and the new Prime Minister are more worried about Muslim terrorists. They aren't worried about IRA, which has killed hundreds of people. How many bomb blasts have they done? They are more having secret meetings about how to stop Muslim terrorists. And it's very common. Any politician, he wants a vote bank. The new Prime Minister came, then there was Jasco bombing. You know Sabil Ahmed? Have you heard Sabil Ahmed? Very good. I have heard him, I haven't seen him. It came in the Indian papers. You know Sabil Ahmed? Sabil Ahmed was a fan of Dr. Zakir Naik. And he organized Dr. Zakir Naik's lecture in Bangalore. In the full article on terrorism. Then they talk about Sabil Ahmed. Then they talk about Dr. Zakir Naik. Why? Because Dr. Zakir Naik is popular. Article will carry more weight. Then they continue saying that Dr. Zakir Naik, however, is vehemently against terrorism. They include my name in the article. You know the issue of Lal Masjid in Pakistan. CDs were found of Dr. Zakir Naik. So you should be happy. When the Indian press is saying Dr. Zakir Naik is against terrorism, you should be happy that Sabil Ahmed has my DVDs. You should be happy that Lal Masjid has my DVDs. If I'm against terrorism, so you should realize that maybe there were tens of thousands of Muslims who have done terrorist act. Because they are my fans, they have stopped doing terrorism. Because if a person is sick, he has to go to a doctor. Correct? So you can't say that sick people are going to the hospital. A sick person should go to the hospital. So if you assume that these are terrorist organizations and they're hearing my lectures, the Indian government should be happy. When Dr. Zakir Naik speaks against terrorism, they should be happy that these people are listening to me. I may not be able to convince everyone, but at least quite a few I'm convincing. But in the article, they write my name for weightage. You know, so it becomes, if you write against Islam, the chances the article will be selected very easy. And that's common. Same with Kushwant Singh. You know Kushwant Singh? Now his age is 94. Year before last, he wrote an article against me. Couple of weeks back in November, he wrote an article against me. He says, in the first article he mentioned, that I watch Dr. Zakir Naik's program religiously every day. He writes. He praises me, talks about my memory, and then criticizes me in his style. Again, he wrote an article that in Delhi, there was a book exhibition, and the hot seller was Dr. Zakir Naik's book on answers to the 20 common questions asked by non-Muslims. Oh, that person has fantastic memory, blah, 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 blah. But I will reply to 4 of his questions. And he replies to pork, to alcohol, to polygamy, as well as parda, hijab. And you read the article. Time will not permit me to speak about everything. In pork, I say that it is the most shameless animal, more than 70 diseases. It is the only animal that invites its friends to have sex with the meat. So I said, if you eat pig, you behave like pig. It is the only animal that invites its friends to have sex with the meat. He said, I did not know that. And he says that I don't know the Western countries, they're having pig, and I don't see any epidemic or any disease. See, doctors tell us today that don't go to a prostitute, you'll have AIDS. But everyone that goes to prostitute does not get AIDS. The percentage is small. The minority of the people get. Similarly, everyone that has pork doesn't get these diseases. But today, more than 50% of the Americans, they are suffering from hypertension. And one of the causes is because of pig eating. He talks about alcoholism. Dr. Zakir Naik says, because of alcohol, you have so many diseases. So he says, Quran is not against alcohol, it's against getting intoxicated. Now he's trying to interpret the Quran. This is the media. And he says, I am of the age of 94 years old. I am drinking every day in my life. I have never got intoxicated. I have never got sick. And I have never hurt any individual. Now all these three things, age of 94, has never got intoxicated. I know so many common friends who tell me that they have seen him intoxicated so many times. Never seen a doctor. Maybe he forgot, age of 94. He has never hurt anyone. He has hurt me. So what we realize that when you write articles against Islam, against people who are famous, you get good readership. You get good viewership. So similarly, you realize that today that the image that we have of Muslims that are terrorists, some may be fighting for the freedom of the country. Imagine if I tell you that the British government said Bhagat Singh was a terrorist. Was Bhagat Singh a terrorist? Was he or not?
Yes, sir.
Was Bhagat Singh a terrorist or not?
His act was like terrorist.
But was he a terrorist according to you? According to me also, he was not a terrorist. But just because the British government says that Bhagat Singh is a terrorist, that doesn't mean I have to agree with the British government. What we have to realize, this is major the ploy of the media. That's the reason this talk was based on that, so that we can spread peace. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Abhishek. When I was 14, I ran from my home, fighting my family. A man from Saudi take me to Kerala. He teach me Islam. 2 years before, I accepted Islam. Now also I am accepting in Islam in front of all. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh.
Your question, brother? Any question you have for Dr. Zakir?
No, sir.
Dr. Zakir would like to comment on that.
Dear brother, I welcome you and I congratulate you to the religion of peace. And surely you can testify that no sword was used by that Saudi. Did he use any sword on you, brother?
No.
Any force?
No.
Any gun?
No. I
Otherwise-
accepted from my heart.
Masha, otherwise the IB will question me. MashaAllah. I would like to give you a translation of the Quran. If you can come on the stage. Because I remember the first time I gave a talk 8 days back. There was a sister there who accepted Islam. Believe me, I can't see the face. I can only see the face of the questioner who's on my left, on the first mic. I can't see your face. I can't see the face of the lady who accepted on the first day. On Saturday, the IB came questioning the intelligence. That, where is that lady? I said, I don't even know her face. Maybe on the television you saw her. The gathering is so vast. So surely the people on the television, you see your face, I haven't seen your face. So you can testify to the people that there was no force used on you and no one can use force on you to accept Islam. If you like it with your heart, and this country of ours, this country, India, is one of the few countries in the world in whose constitution is mentioned that every citizen of India has the right to preach, practice and propagate his religion. It is a democratic country, but I'm proud of this country that we have the right to preach, practice and propagate religion. Forcing anyone to accept any religion is prohibited. It's not only prohibited in the Indian government law, it is prohibited even in Islam. You can't force anyone to accept the religion of Islam. You deliver the message, if he accepts, good. If he doesn't accept, also no problem. Because we can at least testify to Almighty God on the day of judgment that we delivered the message of peace to you. Thank you, brother, for accepting the religion of peace.
We have brother Abhishek, who had just asked the previous question. He's already at the back of the stage, and he doesn't want to miss the opportunity to receive Quran from Dr. Zakir Naik. We allow him to accept it. Takbir.